Very good morning to all of you students. Very good morning to all. Okay, so students, now I'll come with the next video of the chapter number 2. Okay, that is on the trail of the earliest people. Okay, so in previous lecture we have seen that what we have seen, student, in previous lecture we have seen about why the earliest people or why the hunter gatherers move from one place to other. Okay, that we have seen in the previous lecture. Now we are going to see how do we know about these people. Okay, so our next topic is how do we know about these people. Okay, what were the different sources from which we can know about such people. Okay, so we know about these people by observing the various objects like the tools which they have used. Okay, the bones, the wood. Okay, and they also made special kind of stone tools. Okay, so with the help of all these stone tools, okay, and the tools which they have used to cut the bones, okay, and to cut the meat, that stone tools also told about those people. Okay, about the earliest people. Okay, so with all these evidences we come to know about the these hunter gatherers. Okay, students, and some of the stone tools, some of the tools are also attached with the handle of wood. Okay, some of the tools are also attached with the handle of wood. Okay, and it is also these stone tools are also used to make the like spears, okay, arrows. Okay, these all the stone tools are used for the hunting. Okay, and some other tools were also used, okay, to cut the wood which used as a fire as well as the making the huts. Okay, so by this way, by all these evidences like stone tools, okay, like arrows, like spears, okay, with all these things we would come to know about such kind of hunter gatherers. Okay, student. Okay, so we can we so here we knew that those people used the different kind of stone tools, okay, for their hunting and various reasons. Okay, so now student, here the question arises, in which places they were lived. Okay, in which places they have lived. So our next topic we are going to take is choosing a place to live in. Okay, in which type of places they have lived. Okay, so basically these people, hunter gatherers. Okay, we are talking about the hunter gatherers. So these hunter gatherers have lived near the river banks. Okay, have lived near the banks of river and nearby the lakes. Okay, and one more thing is that students, stone tools were very important for them. Okay, so stone tools are very important for them. So people lived at the places where perfect and good quality stones were available. Okay, the people were living where the good quality stones were available. Why? Because they were in need of the stone tools. Okay, they were in need of the stone tools, and that's why they were living at such places where easily stones are available and good quality stones are available. Okay, students, and the places where the good quality stones are available, students, the places where the good quality stones are available, that places are known as the factory sites. Okay, what it is known, student? It is known as the factory sites. Okay, the places where stones are available, okay, and where tools can be made, those places are known as the factory sites. Okay, so here some of the hunter gatherers were living nearby the lakes, nearby the river bank. Some of the people were lived nearby the in the areas where good quality stones were available. Okay, sometimes people lived for the longer time. Okay, people lived at the factory sites for the long time. Okay, so these factory site. Student, if the hunter gatherers lived long time at the factory site, so these factory sites are also known as the habitation cum factory sites. Why it is known as habitation? Because as the habitation word suggests, habitation, it means the places of the places where the people live, where the people are living. Okay, the places where people live. Okay, so as the people are living here for a long time, so these factory sites converted into habitation cum factory sites. Okay, so habitation cum factory site, it means where the good quality stones were available as well as people have lived over there for a long time. These sites are known as the factory cum habitation sites. Okay students, are you clear about this, about the factory sites and habitation cum factory sites? Okay, so this is all about where the people living during the earlier period. Okay, now we are going to talk about making stone tools. Okay, here I discussed with you about the hunter gatherers were making the different type of stone tools to hunt the animals. Okay, the hunter gatherers were making the different type of stone tools to hunt the animal, okay, for their food. Okay, so now student, question here arises, the question arises here is how they making the stone tools. Okay, how they are making the stone tools. Okay, or which are the different kinds of methods to make the for making the stone tools. Okay, so here I am going to share you with the two types of the two technique of making stone tools. Okay, two different technique of making stone tools. Okay student, listen carefully what I am saying you. Okay, so the first technique is known as stone on stone technique. Okay student, first technique is the stone on stone technique. Okay, so in this the two different type of stones are used. Okay, and these two different type of stones, okay, the hunter gatherers have made the stone tools. Okay, in this one stone is used as a hammer and it is used on the another stone. Okay, one stone is used as a hammer and another stone is used as a strike. Okay, so this method is called as stone on stone method. And one more method is there student. Okay, one more method is there to make the stone tool. Okay, that is pressure flacking. Okay, another method is the pressure flacking method. Okay, so in this method what happens student, pressure flacking. So as the name suggests, pressure is given to the stone to make the stone tools. Okay, here the core was placed on the firm surface. Okay, the core of the stone was placed on the firm surface. Okay, the hammer stone was used on the piece of bone or stone that was placed on the core, that removes the flakes that could be shaped into tools. So basically in this also two stones are used. Okay, hammer stone as well as the piece of bone or the piece of stone. Okay, and that would be placed on the core, and with the help of hammer stone, that strike stone will be shaped into the proper tool. Okay student, so these two methods we have discussed to make the stone tools, and the earlier people were using, okay, stone on stone method and pressure flacking method. Okay student, so I think you are very much clear about all these topics which you have learned today. Okay, which we have discussed today. Okay, so student, go through the chapter and go through the videos or topics once. Okay, so all the things will be very much cleared in your mind. Okay, thank you so much student, and I'll come with the next video very soon. Thank you so much, stay connected.